Assalamu alaikum everyone. Some of you may know that I have a long-standing interest in dream interpretation, and that at one point during my studies of the Quran and the Hadith, I learned that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam instructed in the interpretation of dreams, and that the methodology that he taught was later developed independently, of course, by the Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung. The parallels are very striking. The framework that Carl Jung developed is essentially an offshoot, and that I have read and collected literature in this very, very rich tradition. I refer to the tradition of Jungian analysis, and that over the years I have developed a small casebook of my own. So in this presentation, I'm going to share with you the most recent edition in my casebook. In the first week of July this year, with the United States military campaign against Iran in the backdrop, a Pakistani friend of mine who lives and works in the US asked me to interpret a troubling and unsettling dream he had had the previous night. With minor details changed to preserve anonymity, here is the analysis. Dreamer. I had a dream last night that I found extremely troubling and unsettling. Dreamer. I dreamt myself consuming red wine. Specifically, I dreamt that there was a bottle of red wine with a wine glass next to it, and I drank wine from the glass, upon which I suddenly thought to myself, oh my God, wine is haram. Why am I drinking it? And I began questioning myself, am I intoxicated? I wanted to believe I wasn't intoxicated. I was thinking to myself, I never touched alcohol my entire life, and I found myself drinking now. Dreamer. At which point, my brother-in-law and some of his friends walk into the room and they see the bottle of wine and comment, wow, this smells so strong. And in my mind, I'm becoming aware that my brother-in-law probably knows that I was drinking wine and judging me for it. Dreamer. As far as I can tell, this is an indication I am consuming haram. Dreamer. And I'm quite anxious about the dream. Dreamer. But on that note, I've been having unpleasant and scary dreams for quite some time now. Myself. Acknowledged. Keep thinking about red wine. Focus on the words and the substance as a metaphor. Dreamer. I've been thinking about it all day, but if you have any insights, please do share. Myself. What's another red fluid? Also haram, that is. Dreamer. Blood? Myself. Yes. Myself. Is that relatable? We must confine ourselves to any inferences which are meaningful for you. Dreamer. I can't say that blood is relatable, but my first instinct was that this perhaps has something to do with my stock options trading. Myself. A glass that is a portion of haram red fluid. In dream interpretation, whatever is manifest is almost never the actual subject of the dream. You have to derive the meaning through a metaphor. And the first principle is to focus on the name of whatever the dream is centered around. Myself. Two dreams listed here, both interpreted by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I heard Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying, while I was sleeping, the people were presented to me, parenthetically, in a dream. They were wearing shirts, some of which were merely covering their, parenthetically, chests, and some were a bit longer. Umar was presented before me, and his shirt was so long that he was dragging it. They, that is the companions, asked, "How have you interpreted it, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam?" And he said, "Religion." The second hadith. I heard Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying, "While I was sleeping, I was given a bowl full of milk, parenthetically in a dream, and I drank of it to my fill until I noticed its wetness coming out from my nails. And then I gave the rest of it to Umar." They, parenthetically the people, asked, "What have you interpreted, parenthetically about the dream, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam?" And he, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, "It is religious knowledge." Myself. You are taking a share or contributing a share in something that is haram almost certainly, and it might be blood. Dreamer. Okay. Milk as a symbolism for knowledge, thus red wine as a symbolism for blood. Makes sense. Myself. And it might be something that you have never known yourself to have done and always refrained from, but you're doing it now against your full volition. Myself. Unless I forget, it's only valid if it makes sense to you, I think. Although this is not necessarily time bound. Sometimes the dreamer will resist. Myself. Where is the sweat of your bro and your tax money going? Dreamer. Funding war against Gaza and Iran. Myself. It's the blood of your brethren. Dreamer. Understood. And that's it. That's it for the analysis.